Karen and Kevin are knee-deep in hotties.
It's getting hot here.
I mean, hot water with their Scottish wedding plans.
I would know where to start.
Bridesmaids' dresses are not Bonnie.
These were your Halloween costumes.
And the groomsmen like their bevies.
I'm getting hammered.
Will Jane have to walk 500 miles?
Go away! It's like a war zone.
And then will she have to walk 500 more?
Nice and easy.
Okay, so there's a few checks on my list and none on yours right now.
I'm busy.
I should have known you'd say that.
When Kevin met Karen in Scotland, neither felt like they were in the Premier League.
Yeah, we met at my friend's birthday party.
I don't think it was an instant attraction for either of us.
Nothing special.
Special enough, though, for cheeky Kevin to take the next step a few years later.
It was a complete shock to me when he proposed.
I was going to do it eventually one day, and she just happened to be the lucky one.
But lucky for Kevin, Karen wears the kilt in the relationship.
I think we love each other because he's learned how to say yes, dear.
Yes, dear.
And when it comes to the wedding that is 14 days away, Karen also wields the power, whether she likes it or not.
I think he's letting me do the wedding because he doesn't want to.
If anything goes wrong, it's not my fault.
Every week I sort of compile a new list of what has to get done, and lately that list is actually getting longer than shorter.
And wasting time on fruitless missions for bridesmaids' dresses isn't helping matters.
There's a lot of hideous colors available. I wonder where that is. After spending about 8 hours in a store trying on various dresses, we decided to get them made. We went for the second dress fitting today, which is supposed to be the second last one, and they looked terrible on.
Karen, it doesn't fit. It's too short. It won't do up. It's horrific.
Great.
Good luck.
You're supposed to say, I'll be there for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, dear. I don't want any little hiccups.
Kevin? Kevin, input?
Yeah, and I would maybe try and break 90 on my golf as well, so.
Surely his priority isn't just golf.
The first thing he did plan for the wedding was stags.
Okay, golf and stags. Oh, and beer. Anything else?
Yeah, I was actually meant to get the marriage license last week, but I forgot to go.
Ah!
So if there is any complications, we could be having a big party with no actual wedding.
Not if superstar wedding planner Jane Dayus Hinch has anything to say about it. She's here to grant this lad and lassie 3 wedding wishes, and her assistant Michael will help her to drag this wedding out of the bog and into the light.
Hi, I'm Jane.
Hi, Jane. Karen.
So after some quick introductions, Karen is switched to on.
Having problems with the hotel where we're having the service, trying to get a rehearsal, because it's not a typical church 2 aisles, it's 3 separate parts, and you really can't walk people through it without actually being there. Half the wedding party is from Scotland, and we can't do it earlier than the night before the wedding, and they won't guarantee us the room.
At the moment, Karen talks for both of them.
Kevin?
Haven't done our vows yet.
And then Kevin stirs, and the brogue comes out.
No, we're not written back.
No?
No. We're taking them out of a book.
This is a good Scottish accent. Are we having kilts then at the wedding?
Yeah.
Are we having a wee dram somewhere along the line?
A who what now?
Yeah.
That could be
One
part
or
of the
two.
problem as well, actually. We're having an open
What a
bar.
problem with Scots drinking?
Yeah.
Aw, Jane, stereotypes, honestly?
And they've been psyched since we told them that they can drink all night free of charge.
Oh, honestly.
Because it's an open bar and they'll go mad.
Knowing Scots and their drinking habits, I'd be concerned.
But if everyone's drunk, they won't notice the bridesmaids' ugly dresses.
So after the dress fitting today, we were all a little nervous that they're gonna look like shamus walking down the aisle.
Oh dear. So I'm hearing a lot from the bride, not so much from the
I
bridegroom.
can't get a word in it, Joyce.
What's the big stress factor for you?
Hoping I can play 18 holes in the morning of the wedding, really.
Okay, I can see the stress. This is your wedding as well, you know. Why is it then that Karen's doing everything?
Just thought I'd leave it to people who know what they're doing.
And are you happy with this?
Yes and no. Every once in a while I'll be like, you could ask me how things are going.
And I do sometimes, when I remember.
I come home and I say, I want this, and he goes, no, I don't want that. Then we argue until I win. So if I don't tell him and I just do it, then I'm already getting what I want.
So how do we know then that Kevin's going to be happy on the day?
Because I'm gonna be happy.
There you go.
He just does what he's told.
Now the couple sheepishly herds Jane out to their ceremony site.
It's a really awkward space with 3 sections of seating, different entrances.
Wedding layout. It's like a maze.
And ever so blustery.
We'll be walking down on one side, but there'll be seats here, and we're gonna walk down here.
I'm having a hard time actually picturing this. Are you?
I'm a little concerned, yes.
Nobody can see and hear? No, it wouldn't be my first choice.
I'm completely lost.
They can see the minister in the back of my dress.
If it's this windy and he's wearing a kilt, we could be seeing a lot more.
Meow. Easy.
I'm going to go and put a plan together. And then we know what we're trying to work on here.
That was rather surprising, the wind. I didn't think about wind.
Well, prepare to be blown away, kids, because Jane has a plan in hand so that this wedding can actually happen in 12 days' time.
I didn't think it was that bad. That's long.
Jane unveiled the board. I thought Karen hasn't been doing her job properly.
Shall we start at the top? The ceremony site, this gives me a lot of cause for concern.
And I kind of feel like I should be leaving it to the professionals, the people that work here who know this space.
To them, it's just a function. We haven't got a marriage license. None of this is actually possible unless someone goes and gets the marriage license.
Yeah, I was meant to get that last week.
Kevin.
I'll do that.
Okay.
You volunteered very well there, Kevin. And it needs to be all put into an itinerary to make the day work. So you know what time you're playing golf from, too. Vows, the 2 of you still need to do that. You look puzzled, Kevin.
Yeah.
Is this how it's always going to be?
Is it?
Priceless. You've still got a speech to write, Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
8. I've got to do everything. You gave me a few tasks that I have to do. I can't actually remember what they are now.
Oh, Kevin, we hardly knew ye.
You have bridesmaids with no dresses. And I haven't forgotten about the open bar and everything that brings with it. As you know, I am a fairy godmother, and I can grant you 3 wishes.
And they're sort of all brought out in one list at one time. It's kind of like, oh yeah, that is a lot of stuff to do when you're still working.
There were so many things that had to be done. I just thought she'd already done them.
Great.
So that night, instilled with the fear of Jane, the couple gets to work. Well, at least Karen does.
They even have the kilts ready. If you have to get kilts for them, if they're going to get them back home. No. Okay. We've got to still do the full list for pickups for everyone at the airport. So I'll add that to the list of things to do. Okay, I'm updating everything that we've already spent and where we are with the budget. So we're $20,000 over the budget.
Karen and Kevin are getting married in 11 days, and so far, the chaos is beating them 10-0.
It doesn't fit.
Great.
But premier wedding goalkeeper Jane Dayus Hinch is here to grant them 3 wishes to turn the score around.
Is this how it's always going to be?
Yeah.
Today, our laid-back Scot is being shaken and stirred because the bride is putting him to work.
We have, I think it's 49 people from Scotland booked to come over. This is the spreadsheet that I put together for all the airport pickups. You know, I've just basically pimped him out as a taxi driver. So it's got here the airline, the airport they come into, because we have to make sure half of them are Hamilton.
Hamilton?
Hamilton, yeah.
So what are you going to be doing when I'm doing that?
I was thinking of going to get my nails done. I'll be doing everything else. So I need to know that if I print this off and give it to you, that it's as good as done.
It's as good as done.
That worries me.
Well, cross your fingers, sister, because you're also entrusting him to find another ceremony venue, all by himself. And the first one is hotter than cockaliki soup.
They're going to die up there, especially if they're all guys that are wearing woolen kilts.
So it's off to number 2. A rooftop sweat lodge or a funeral home? So it's on to number 3. And watch out for that tree.
I don't think this place would work as a venue. It's just far too hot.
So 3 strikes, and since it's so last minute, it's back to square 1, and 2, and 3.
Just don't know how we're gonna make it work, so we need Jane. It's time to use wish number 1.
So Jane hurries over and meets the concerned couple within the hour.
So we're sold on here.
Yeah.
We're stuck with here,
We're stuck with here. Okay.
which is why you're here. I need you to organize this for us with everything.
So to be given the venue now, to organise with chairs, let's get down to business.
But Giggles the Scot just capitulates readily.
I have no clue. I wouldn't know where to start.
Yes, it's a wedding, but we're talking almost theatre. We've got a piper that's got to make his entrance. He starts from here. Waterfall, piper. And then he walks out to meet the girls.
So Jane puts the puzzle pieces together and walks Kevin and Karen through her carefully laid out plan.
Definitely, I like the way she's got all the different entrances. I hadn't thought of that. We probably would have done one walk-in of everybody, and this is a great way of making sure that everybody feels a part of the service.
Yeah, that's all swell, but what's with the Rambo choppers?
Can you hear some of my challenges? I'm actually shouting over the bells, the helicopters and the waterfall. Can you imagine getting married in this? It's like a war zone.
I really think that without her, this could have been a disaster.
But the skies are only getting busier because with only 8 days to the wedding, the flights from the motherland are trickling in.
Well, I'm actually waiting for my mum's friend, my brother and his wife, and my 2 nieces.
But Karen isn't in the best shape to greet the in-laws.
I showed you my bruise yesterday. You drink 7 shots of tequila straight in a row, that's what happens.
It was our hen night. And she's worried about me drinking.
Aha! So who's the pot calling the kettle drunk? Well, tap the kegs because the Scots have arrived. So while Kevin and Karen work on collecting the family, Jane's assistant Michael works on measuring out layouts for the venue.
Minus 10 plus 17 is 10. 10. 10 what? Stupid tape! Can somebody turn the waterfall off, please?
And though he looks smashing in a tool belt, he's just, well, smashing. But eventually, Jane's little grasshopper gets the groove of it all.
Walk to your groove. I do. And you. That'll work.
Karen and Kevin are tying the knot, but their blustery ceremonial location is a tangled mess.
It's like a maze.
So Jane Dayus Hinch has granted the couple the first of 3 wedding wishes. Piece together this puzzling ceremony site. Today, with only 5 days to the wedding, the bridesmaid dresses are ready. Ready for what is the question?
I'm not sure this is gonna work. That one actually looks the closest.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what we want to do about this, but I know that this is not the dresses you guys were hoping to have.
These were your Halloween costumes.
I have one solution. We can call Jane and ask for a wish for new dresses.
Help, help, help.
It's time to call Jane.
So Karen radios for emergency fashion assistance and Michael intercepts.
Hi, Karen. Yeah, it's Mike.
Hi, Mike. No, I need to speak to Jane, please. I have a small emergency here. Big emergency, actually.
Hold on. She's freaking out.
Hello?
No, I'm not actually okay. We don't have bridesmaids dresses. I need to call in wish number 2. I need you to get me bridesmaid dresses.
I have lots of contacts in that department. Mike and I'll get right onto it.
Meanwhile, Kevin is looking to tie one on, and bad news travels fast.
I'm waiting to find out now about the colour of the dresses, and I just want to know how quickly you guys can turn around and make a tie.
Hopefully, almost as quickly as Jane and Michael get on the case of dressing the bridesmaids.
I need you to find 3 bridesmaids' dresses in 3 different sizes, and I need them in 3 days. Thank you.
Hi there. Yes, I need to buy 3 bridesmaids dresses. 3 months. Hi there. Yes, I'm trying to buy 3 bridesmaid dresses by this Friday. Jane, I think I found someone. It's Suzanne. So tomorrow we can come. Is that good?
Hello, Suzanne. Hello, it's Jane Dayus Hinch. Yes. No, we'll be right over. Okay. Bye-bye.
Jane shows Michael how it's done in her world, and they're off.
Suzanne.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm very well. Nice to see you.
This is Mike, my assistant.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My SOS is that I have a bride who is having a Scottish wedding, and she has 3 bridesmaids with no dresses.
Oh, goodness.
Now, this is what we've got to match to. I need to look through and see.
Okay. Well, at least that... Oh, no.
Anything amethyst? No. Which part of the word no don't you understand?
That would look really nice.
That's very hot.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So Jane and Suzanne and Michael shortlist a few choices for the frantic bride to peruse.
We have selection.
Jane, Karen, girls. It's time to get sexy, girls. Time to get sexy.
With only 3 days to go, Jane's selection has to work wonders.
Come on, girls. Anticipation is killing me.
That's
Gorgeous. Suits you.
a bit long for here. Right. That one looks really good as well, doesn't it? That one suits you. It's such a flowy dress.
That totally suits
I
you.
love it.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's beautiful.
This is your dress, this is your dress, and that's your dress. Fabulous. Is this making it real for our bride?
Yeah. I don't think I realized how maybe stressed I was about this until I felt the amount of relief.
And they've gone for something a bit more contemporary, 3 different styles to complement her theme. Looks fabulous. Karen is delighted. Wish granted. Is that your wish granted, Karen?
Absolutely. Jane has saved us from having to buy cheap dresses off a rack in a mall.
But today is the day before the wedding, and Jane still has more work to complete wish 1. Make sense of their wacky ceremony site. It's rehearsal time, and Jane leads the flock.
This is how it will start. The piper comes up here, not that fast, and comes and stands there. He's now going to play. He then goes down there. 1, 2, 3. Are you in your places? Excuse me, we've got bride coming through.
Long rehearsal, I don't know. It's a lot of things to remember for tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm getting nervous now.
Aha! So Kevin's nervous, but he's also a little somber because someone's missing from the equation.
I just found out that my brother might not make it to the wedding. His passport was ripped, and then apparently not going to let him on the flight.
But apparently, getting ripped is the theme of the evening. And Karen sees it all as a sign of things to come.
Drinking all night. Come over on the wedding. We'll go golfing. He'll be drinking on the course. Especially if he's out with Alan. He'll be hammered. I'm really concerned that we need to limit the drinking. You know, I don't want it to be a complete drunken mess.
So thankfully, sensible Karen has kept one wish in her back pocket and makes a call to the Temperance League, or at least to Jane.
Right.
Yeah, my wish is please keep my groom and his friends sober on the day of the wedding for me.
I might just have the right person for that job.
Karen and Kevin needed some divine wedding intervention from nuptial fairy godmother Jane Dayus Hinch. She granted them 3 wishes to save their wedding. Wish 1 was to make the ceremony site actually fit a ceremony. Wish 2 had Jane and the bridesmaids swathed in chiffon.
Fabulous.
And for the final wish, the bride wants the groom to stay off the sauce on their wedding day. So today's the big day, and Michael's angling for a hole-in-one because he's on course to get the boys to just say no.
Gentlemen, I hope we're not drinking cocktails. Jane will be livid, and I'll lose my job.
Never touch the drop.
Never touch the thing.
Beer?
No, no beer, no beer, no beer, no beer. That's okay. Watch yourself. There you go. Shoot. Away with the beer.
And seeing that it was bye-bye beer,
Bye-bye beer.
it was bye-bye Michael. Meanwhile, it looks like the lasses are the ones getting liquored.
Thanks for staying sober, honey.
Sober might be a strong word.
There's nothing in there.
But laughs subside when Kevin finds out that he doesn't have a hotel room.
I don't have anything for Kevin.
Ah, there's a piper down.
It's not under Karen Bruce then.
Nothing under Karen Bruce?
Kevin can't get into a room yet. I'm trying to get a hold of him because for some reason the room isn't ready yet. So he is still waiting to get dressed and the car's picking him up in less than half an hour.
And finally, Kevin is paying attention.
I know he's probably stressed and nervous, so I feel bad for him because I'm not.
But luckily, the hotel found Kevin a room. And lucky for Michael, he has found the den of shirtless men. How you doing? Focus, Michael, focus. Business, not pleasure.
You're having a beer. You're having a beer in the shower. We've said we weren't supposed to be drinking. Very cute. Cute. Very cute. Very sexy. Where's the groom? Whoa, it's getting hot in here. Gotta go. It's getting hot in here.
Meanwhile, Jane is also deeply involved with a Scotsman who has nice pipes.
I have a piper, but no guests. Are they drinking?
And Michael, ever the professional, goes back to see if the boys are still shirtless or drinking.
Hi. I've lost the rings.
You lost the rings. No, they're gonna be here.
Are you all here?
Oh, you wanker.
That's not funny.
But the sound of the pipes finally calls the troops to battle. And the Brigadier General seeks out Karen.
Hope she's here.
But sadly, Kevin's brother still isn't.
All right. You didn't quite make it.
And Jane wants to make sure that Karen's champagne breakfast didn't carry on into a boozy brunch.
This is the bride's prerogative. So tough.
But Karen arrives fresh as a daisy, and Jane sets out to stage manage the complicated production.
Take it nice and easy with the Highland Cathedral.
Okay. Nice and easy.
And luckily, air traffic is at a minimum, so wedding bells can ring out loud and clear.
Karen and Kevin, true love is eternal. Kevin, will you take Karen as your wife? And Karen, will you take Kevin as your husband? You may seal your wedding vows with a kiss.
It was the best wish for me to organise the venue. 3 different entrances. I needed roller skates.
But Jane's race doesn't end there. She still has one more baton to carry.
Give me an ETA. Okay.
Kevin's one brother had problems, as some of you may have heard. He was supposed to be an usher today.
It was so devastating that he missed the ceremony and very upsetting for the family.
But in true Scot form, Kevin's brother gets there just in time to party. And Jane makes certain that he gets a true Highlander welcome.
So they got 4 wishes. Today they join as one. And didn't it all come together in that room?
The day just wouldn't have been what it was if it wasn't for Jane.
Yeah, she's done a good job.
Bridesmaids' dresses, well, absolutely fantastic. They all look absolutely gorgeous.
Keeping Kevin sober, so I think actually Kevin needed a drink.
The SOS, all 3 wishes, perfect.
You see, I said we timed it in between this. And we're done. And we've got a Scottish accent here.
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Are we having kilts then at the wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, and a skin do in the sock.
Might be it.
That's not funny.
Cinderella, how does that feel? I'm doing good ad work right now. I love that this is the shot. I just know this is getting on TV.